Good morning. Good morning. I'm trying something a little different today. Typically, I've been out of commission up until yesterday. I couldn't get on YouTube to do go live because my internet router broke. I couldn't get online on my computer. I got blocked. Good morning, Susan. Good morning, Betsy. Good morning. Now I am live streaming for the first time on Instagram. I'm going to talk today about the 2-hour workday. Typically, good morning, Daisy. Good morning, Woodward. Good morning, Jewels of Learning. Good morning, Rich. Good morning, Anne. Good morning, Chuck. Now, I've never gone live on Instagram before, but what Instagram does, it's a little bit different. They show groups of names coming on. Good morning, Byron, and this is moving too fast. Good morning, Jonathan. Good morning, Higgsdrick. Good morning, Merlin. Good morning, Grow Coach of New Jersey. I used to live in New Jersey. Good morning, Sophia. Good morning, Dee from St. Louis. Good morning, Bruce. Good morning, Amanda. I'm going to talk today about the 2-hour workday. Now, I'm online, but if you want to drop in the comments where you're coming in from, if you want to say why you're on social media, I'd love to know that as well. I do online marketing, making money from home, and I teach other people how to do the same thing. Good morning, Vinny. And today I was going to talk about now I don't know if there's a mirroring thing. Truthfully, this is the first time I've ever gone live on Instagram, believe it or not. And typically I live stream every day on TikTok and YouTube. I've got YouTube on my desktop. TikTok has blocked me. And if you use TikTok at all, you know that they do that. So, and I don't know if there's a mirroring thing, but I was going to talk to you today about the 2-hour workday. Let me know if you can see this. I mean, I've been working online now it was my 14-year anniversary in September. I haven't worked a job in over 9 years. It's backwards. Okay. Thank you. Now I got to see if I can, no, that's not going to see if I can figure that out. I've never live streamed on TikTok, to be truthful with you, and I don't know how to turn the mirroring off, so I'm not going to do my whiteboard. But my website's payudaily.com. If you're on Instagram, you can go to my profile. My website's there. Just put payudaily.com in your web browser. We have a 2-hour workday that we use. That's what I'm going to talk about. I'm just going to break down what the 2-hour workday looks like. My day's actually about 3 hours because I live stream every day for about an hour. I have been live streaming on TikTok and my YouTube channel. However, TikTok has blocked me. So I thought I'd come on and I'm on my phone on Instagram. I'm on my laptop on YouTube. I've got software that lets me live stream in 2 places. So if you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. Let me know why you're on social media. I'd love to know why you're on social media. How much time a day do you spend on social media? I spend about 3 hours a day on social media, but my workday is an hour of it is live streaming like this. You don't have to live stream, but let me break down the 2-hour workday for you. I have a proven blueprint working 2 hours a day. It's my mentor's. My mentor has used it. She's made like $8 million in the last 2 days. Now, a bunch of you are sending requests to join my live, which actually, I don't think I'm going to do that today. I might invite some people at some point, but today, truthfully, I've never gone live before on Instagram. Typically, I live stream on YouTube and my TikTok account. TikTok has blocked me, but I am on. If you follow me at all on Instagram, I post 3 videos every single day. I also post 3 videos on TikTok every single day. I've been doing this for 14 years. If you use TikTok at all, anybody on here on TikTok or YouTube, I am on multiple platforms. I post every day on Instagram. I post every day on TikTok, and I live stream. I've been live streaming on YouTube as well. And I don't post videos every day on YouTube. I do that about once a week. But I'm on multiple platforms, and you can do that. And I may set something up to go live when I get back on TikTok on 3 platforms. There is software that lets you do that. So if you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. So this 2 hour workday, and let me drop in the comments, why are you on social media? And for whatever reason, people don't seem to want to answer that question. I'm on social media because I do online marketing, making money from home, and I teach other people how to do the same thing. I've been doing this, actually, it was my 14-year anniversary in September. I haven't worked a job in 9 years. I started doing this after I lost my job, which was 14 years ago in August. This industry, you can, and I'm going to lay out this 2 hour workday in a second. You can't get this down to 2 hours a day. You can learn the correct way to use social media. We teach you that, and turn your profile into an ATM. And your phone, because a lot of this you can do from your phone. I am on Instagram. I am coming live streaming to this on my phone. I'm over here on my YouTube channel as well. So the 2 hour workday is, and there's a lot of people that you don't know how to use social media correctly. If you're spamming people, which a lot of people are, and if you're sending people a link to anything, if you're putting it on their content, if you're private messaging people, it could be a video, it could be a link to a website, that is spam. You can get blocked on on any platform. If you're doing it, they don't like that. They can ban you or block you from the platform. You don't want to do that. That is spam. And you want to learn how to use social media correctly. A lot of people, you don't have your profile set up. There is a way. And this is a 2 hour workday with an attraction marketing strategy. You can attract people to you, so you don't have to go chasing family and friends and that kind of thing. So the 2 hour workday, the first 30 minutes, and we teach you this. If you want to go try and do this yourself, you can go to my website, payudaily.com. I have a free PDF that outlines it. You'll get an email from me with a link in it for the PDF. You can download and save it. That's yours to keep. It goes into more detail of this, but you spend the first 30 minutes posting on free classified ads. Now, we show you in our program, we actually give you over 100 sites you can use. We give you the text you can use, and depending on what you're doing, is going to determine what you want to say. But you can, if you want to try this yourself, you can go to Google, you can search free classified ad sites. There's tons of them. Pick some, set up an account. Whatever you're doing, you're going to have to write the text if you're going to do this on your own. Now, the program I have, we do give you all that. You could try using ChatGPT to help you write the ads, but you can use those for free to get exposure to what you're doing. Because now nobody on here so far, or either on Instagram or YouTube, has answered me and said why you're on social media. Excuse me, but I do believe most of you are on social media because you're looking for a way to make money from home, or you've been trying and you're not getting the results you want. I've been doing this for 14 years, and I've been I replaced my income from the job I lost. I've had days where I've made over more money in a day than I made in a job when I was still working one. So you want to post, you decide, and in the beginning of all this is going to take you longer. It might take you more than 2 hours if you're going to start doing this. If you take this seriously, we've got over 56,000 people in our group doing this. Many people are making money with it. So you spend the first 30 minutes doing classified ads. And that you can, if you want to try it yourself, go to Google, look for free classified ad sites, and you could try using ChatGPT, but our program gives you that. I give you a more detailed breakdown of all this in my free PDF. Go to my website, payudaily.com. You'll get an email from me with a link with the free PDF that's yours to keep. So that's the first 30 minutes. This is a 2 hour workday. You're posting free classified ads. The second step of this is that you're spending an hour doing 3 short videos. These are 5 or 7 videos. If you're on Instagram, you watch my content, other people's content, those are the videos. Is it Ishan White? I'm considering social media as an option to have a flexibility in my day. Actually, Loretta, if you want more information, because there's different levels to come in at, go to payudaily.com. Watch the videos. There's 2 videos there. That's my mentor. Go through the page so you can see exactly what we're doing. You'll get an email from me with a link in it that has the free PDF I'm talking about. That's yours to keep. Click it, download it. That breaks down this. D is your first name, okay? That breaks down this 2 hour workday in more detail. I'm just giving you a snapshot of what the 2 hour workday looks like. Yeah, and we teach you. And the person who was on here was asking, D was saying, learning social media. We teach you how to use social media correctly, because a lot of people aren't using it correctly. And if you're spamming, if you're sending people a link to anything, you're spamming people. If you're posting that in somebody's content, if you're private messaging somebody with that, that is spam. So you don't want to do that. You can get blocked. They don't like it. So the first 30 minutes is you're posting free ads on free classified ad sites. The second and the next, and it's an hour. It may take you longer in the beginning. You're creating 3 pieces of content, 3 short 5-second videos. You can follow, if you're not following me on Instagram or whatever, YouTube, whatever platform you're on now. I don't post 3 videos. I don't do short videos on YouTube. I post 3 on TikTok and 3 on Instagram. You can see what I'm doing. I'm talking about different videos, different ways to make money from home. I'm giving out free value. We also teach you that in this program because you don't want to be posting the same kind of content. I have some viral videos that I've done. And on TikTok right now, I've got a video that's got over 2.2 million views. It's got over 42,000 comments. That's got me tons of likes, followers, views, and all that. Those kind of videos are great for that. But we teach you in this program, they don't create a connection. So you want to create, and we show you that there's 3 different kinds of videos that you want to create. And you spend an hour a day doing that. And then the last 30 minutes you spend answering comments and your emails. Now, I do have software on my Instagram account that answers comments for me. I automate as much stuff as I possibly can. I do have the same software for TikTok, but I can't use it right now because the whole ban thing with TikTok being banned in the US, they won't let me have full use of it. Loretta, the website is payudaily.com. You can also, you're on my Instagram account. You can go up to my profile. In my profile, there's a link. That's my website, payudaily. Well, it says Earn with Linda Bomba. That's the domain name. But if you click on that, that will take you over to my website, payudaily.com. Or you can just put that in your browser. If you're on your phone or a laptop or an iPad or whatever, you can put that on there. But that's my website. You can watch the 2 videos. It's my mentor. Read the page. Take a look at what we're doing. It's a digital marketing where I make 100% profit. It's master resale rights. I put a video on my Instagram account the other day about master resale rights, where you buy the rights and you can resell it for over and over again. That way you don't have to create a product. You don't have to do customer service. That's all done for you. And you're promoting that. And this teaches you how to use social media correctly, teaches you how to build an email list, which if you're using social media, you don't own any of your accounts, you don't control them. You want to build an email list. It's an attraction marketing strategy, so you don't have to go bugging family and friends. And I've been doing this for a long time. I'm doing digital marketing, which I've been doing for like the last year and a half. I've done affiliate marketing, high ticket affiliate marketing, network marketing. They're not going to pay you 100% profit. They typically pay 20 to 40%. Most affiliate programs, high ticket network marketing, you're sharing the profits. It's about 20 to 40%. There's a few that are more than that. And Mish, yes, this is global. So anybody can do it. It doesn't matter where you live in the world. You can do it. Yeah, and you do want to, if you're doing something and you're using social media, you want to make sure it's global, because there are things out there, and this is global. It doesn't matter where you live in the world. There are things out there that it's restricted from where you live, because you could live in certain places and it's not available. So if you're doing this and you're using social media, you definitely want to get something that's global, because then you're restricted to because that's where somebody lives. So it doesn't matter. It is global. You want to make sure it's global. You want to make sure it's in high demand. This is digital marketing, which is the e-learning space, which right now it's doing about $1 trillion a day. And over the next 3 years, it's going to expand. You might as well go get your piece, get a piece of the pie. And today is November 3rd, Monday, November 3rd. We've got less than 60 days left to this year. and if you want to finish the year out strong, really what you're doing now till the end of this year is going to set you up for next year. There's a lot of people really hurting right now. And if you live in the United States, there's 42 million people that got their SNAP benefits cut off. I'm still not sure what's going on with that. Good morning, Lynn. Good morning, Astrid. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, Tim. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. But this, and I started this I lost my job 14 years ago. I couldn't find another one. I didn't know anyone. Somehow I knew people were making money on the internet. I think God was teaching me that, or telling me that, that I could go on the internet and make money. And yeah, now it's 14, and it was 14 years in September I've been doing this. I started this because I couldn't find a job and I was looking for a way to replace my income. This industry can change your life. If you're serious, you show up, you put the work in, you can get this down to 2 hours a day. I've had days in this industry where I've made more money in a single day than I made in a whole month when I still work in a job. And for me, that's been life-changing. So yeah, you can. Anybody can do this. If you want to go get my free PDF, it talks about the blueprint, this 2-hour workday. It's a proven blueprint. My mentor, it's hers. And I bought the resale rights from it. It's her blueprint. She's used it to make $8 million in the last 3 years. Good morning, Tori. I cannot. Good morning, Christy. I cannot. Good morning, Thomas. I cannot make any income claims to anybody because I don't know you. I don't know your work ethic. I don't know the time and effort you'll put into it. You can get this down to 2 hours a day, but it's work and you got to put the work in. And how long that's going to take you, I don't know. Good morning, Robin. Good morning, Keith. Good morning, Mario. Now, for me, when I started this, I didn't know anybody. And I went to Google. I searched make money online. I bought a website. They sent me a 3-page PDF, which I didn't know what I was doing. I bought a replicated website, which you never want to do. The PDF showed me how to set up pay-per-click ads. Good morning, Kathy. And I followed that and I spent $3,000. Good morning, Jimmy. I spent $3,000 in pay-per-click ads. You never want to send traffic to a replicated website that doesn't work. And I did that for a year. I didn't make any money. I didn't have a mentor, which you need a mentor. You need training and you need a system. I didn't have any of those things. I did that for a year. I forget how much I paid for the website. But I did that for a year, didn't make any money. I knew I needed to find somebody, to get around somebody who'd done what I wanted to do, which I did. I ended up on Facebook. The rest is kind of history. You need a mentor. And a mentor doesn't do this for you. And if you look up the definition of mentor in Webster, it's a trusted advisor. Good morning, Annette. You need a blueprint. This gives you a system, because I was sending good morning, Janine. Good morning, Annette. I was sending traffic to a replicated website, the problem with that, or if you're sending traffic to a sales page or just a website with information, is you only have one opportunity to talk to the person. And then after that, the person's gone. And you can't talk to them more after that. And that's the issue with doing that. And you don't want to do that because you only have one chance to talk to them. They're gone. People do not buy on First Touch. Now, I do get some sales on First Touch. That does happen. That's possible. But typically, people are going to have to see something at least 2 or 3 times, many more times than that. Good morning, Katie. And to give you an example, I had somebody that you want to build an email list. That's the only thing online you own. You own it. You control it. You don't own or control your social media accounts. I had 10 TikTok accounts that I lost. I had 3 Instagram accounts, which the first one somebody hacked. They went shopping, they ran ads on it, and then they deleted my account. I had 2 other Instagram accounts, which Instagram suspended those, and then they didn't rule in my favor. I had to start over again. So you don't own your social media accounts. You don't control them. You want to build an email list. You own it. You control it. You don't own your social media accounts. You can post something, and the platform you're on, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever it is, that might not like it, and they could block you, give you community guidelines violation. I had a Facebook group. I had over 60,000 people in it, which the group was gone. And so that's why you want to build an email list. You own it, you control it. And then you send people to it. Now I'm sending you all to my website, payyourdaily.com. You put your email address in. You will get a free PDF from me. You can download and save it. You ideally want to give something away for free in exchange for the person's email address. We show you how to do that. And you can make your own PDF, your own ebook. You could have a free webinar training. It's not that hard to do. Good morning, Little Fire. What do people call you? You know any clipping apps? What do you mean by that? I don't know what that means. Now I am live streaming. I got YouTube on my MacBook Pro, and I've got Instagram over here. I have software you can actually live stream in multiple places. And if you are on my YouTube, if you're on my live stream on YouTube, if you don't comment, I can't see you. And I typically live stream on TikTok, but they blocked me yesterday, so I can't do that for a few days. I'm live streaming on Instagram on my phone. Instagram and TikTok, they both show you who's coming on. And you can see people's names. YouTube does not. So if you don't comment, and Little Fire, that's what you're thinking. I don't know what you mean. Do you know any clipping apps? I have no idea what that means. Can you elaborate? And I can see who's coming on. And when people scroll, and TikTok does the same thing, I can see people jumping on and scrolling off and I'm on Instagram right now. Good morning, Teresa. Good morning, Rista Word. Good morning, Rhoda. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. But while you're on social media, anybody want to share that? Good morning, Andy. I do believe most of you're on social media, and anybody, if you're following me on social media, you're on my email list, you're looking for something. I am offering, doing something right now. This is limited time and giving a bunch of crazy bonuses away. I'm not going to talk about the bonuses on here because that's what got me blocked on TikTok yesterday. If you want to know more about the bonuses, go to my website, payudaily.com, put your email address in, watch, take some time to see what we're doing. This is digital marketing. Watch the videos, read the page, read my email. There's a link in the email with the PDF. If you've got questions, respond back to my email. And if you want to know what the bonuses are, ask me on email. Little Fire, you're saying like you put a video in it and it automatically gets the best parts. Never heard of that, Little Fire. I have no idea what you're talking about. Now I put videos, I put links in my videos, like in the description of my YouTube videos. It's not an app. I've never heard of that. And you automatically gets I've never heard of that. If you figure that out, let me know. Automatically get the best parts. Where did you hear that from? I've never heard that before. And I've been doing this for 14 years. Good morning, Nicholas. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Power of the Mind. They're not clipped ads, they're free classified ad sites, where the program I'm in, we actually give you, there's over 100 of them that you can use. If you want to do it yourself, that's going to be a little bit harder. You can go to Google and search free classified ad sites. There are tons of them. We use them. We teach you how, and we give you the text and all that to put on the ads, because you need to put text on it. And if you don't know how to write ads, because we do teach you there's stuff that attracts people to it, that they come and they read your ad and then they want to click on your link. You can try it. Go to Google, search the free classified ad sites. You can try using ChatGPT. And I don't know, do you have something to promote? You need something to promote. I recommend you do something that's global and it's in high demand and it solves a problem for people. And what I do, what I'm on here doing, and I have just not a website, I have a system that works for me 24/7. I teach people how to make money from home. And that for a lot of people, there's people working 2 jobs. Some people even working 3 jobs because they can't make ends meet. I have a product that shows you how you can make money working 2 hours a day from home. And like I did work a job for a long time. I haven't worked one in over 9 years now. I make my own hours. The job I lost, I had a 2 to 3 hour commute. You can get this down to 2 hours a day. And this really is mindset and skill set, and you have to master both. If you don't know what to say, anybody can use those free classified ad sites. Go search on Google. But if you don't know exactly what to say, because you are going to have to put text on it, you can try using ChatGPT. You need a product. You need something to promote a product or a service. And there was somebody else on here, he lives in India, asking if what I do is global. You want something that's global, that works no matter where anybody lives in the world, because like on social media right now, you have the opportunity for free to get in front of like over 5 billion people. and my mentor, who has been teaching me all this stuff, she's used social media. She hasn't spent a dime on ads, and she's made over $8 million in the last 3 years. And you can do paid advertising. You can do Facebook ads. You can buy solo ads, pay-per-click ads. They all work, but they are skills you have to master. On a Facebook ad, there's a lot of moving parts. If you don't know what you're doing, you can spend a lot of money and not get any result from it. Good morning, Julia. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Gary. You can do that. And I've done some paid advertising because when I first started doing this, I didn't know anybody. You need a mentor. You need training. You need a system. And when I started this, I knew somehow people were making money on the internet. I think it was God teaching me. I didn't know anybody. There was nobody to ask. Good morning, Suzanne. Good morning, Franklin. And when I was doing that, I did follow. They sent me a 3-page PDF, how to set up pay-per-click ads. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't. And I ended up buying a website, spending I forget how much the website, it was so long ago. I spent $3,000 in pay-per-click ads. I didn't make any money. And I knew after that, I realized I had to get around somebody who had done what I wanted. Success leaves clues. You want to model what's already proven to work. And we teach you the correct way to use social media. And people are using social media for a lot of different reasons, and they're promoting something. They could have their own product or service. They're not using social media correctly. Good morning, Orange. Morsel, is that what people call you? Good morning, She Be Humble. Is that just the name of your account? What do people call you? Good morning, General Mills 67. We teach you the correct way to do that. You cannot do this by yourself. Good morning. I'm not a pizza, blah, blah, blah. What do people call you? It's funny to me what people, if you're doing anything and you're promoting something, you really want to brand yourself. There's people that you don't, good morning, Nelly, but they don't put their names on their social media accounts. Some people don't even put a picture. And like on TikTok, if you just set up an account, you don't put a name on it. They just assign you a user number. So there's no picture. It just says user and this long number. You really, and if you're promoting anything, especially if you got your own products or service, good morning, Ronald, you want to brand yourself. Good morning, Planet TX203. That's why I have my name on my social media accounts. Good morning, Jairus. And a lot of people aren't doing that. And a lot of people, you don't have your social media accounts set up correctly. You don't have your profile set up because and I'm using an attraction marketing strategy. You want to set your profile up. So good morning, Lady Low. Good morning, Mike. I can call you CC. Okay. You don't want to, you want to set it up so people, when they come to your profile, they know what it's about. Now, I have had somebody that's gotten on and I've been live streaming on TikTok for like the last over 3 months. They blocked me because I am giving a bunch of bonuses out. They blocked me because of that. Good morning, Bunker. If you want to know more about that, what I do, go to payudaily.com. There is a woman that gets on my TikTok lives. She has a nonprofit that helps women who've been victims of domestic violence. And she's using social media to get exposure. Now, I did talk to her when she was in my life. I didn't look at her account or anything, and she may have her account set up correctly. Good morning, Duffy. But you want to set up your account correctly. And there's people, you're using social media. You're sending people just to a page with nothing, either writing on it. It could be a replicated website. It could be a sales page. Good morning. It's to Chicago. What do people call you? Good morning, Duffy. You want to set your account up correctly so people know what your account's about and you're attracting people to you. And there's a lot. Good morning, Mandy. You don't have to go chasing people, family, friends. You don't have to private message people. And that works. That's prospecting. I did network marketing for about 2 years, and I signed like over 350,000 people, not 350 people doing that, but I totally burned out. I was using Facebook, and I just decided I don't want to do that anymore. That was like 5 years ago. And yeah, I made some money. And that's network marketing. You're just not sharing the profits with the company. The person that signs you makes a percentage. And with digital marketing, you make 100% profit. Good morning, Bruce. Good morning, Anna. That's why, I've been doing the digital marketing for the last year and a half. I have some of my own products, which I make 100% profit, but I had to create those products. I have to take care of the customer service. Digital marketing, it's master resale rights. That's what also it's called, you buy the products, you get the right resale rights to sell them over and over again. You don't have to create the product. You don't have to do customer service. That's all done for you. Good morning. Is it Roz Small Yoga? Is your account about yoga? So it doesn't, if you're doing yoga, or the woman I was telling you about that's got the nonprofit that supports women who've been victims of domestic violence, you can use social media for free, because there's over 5 billion people you can potentially get exposure to. Like, how much time a day do you spend on social media every day? Good morning, Catherine. Does anybody else want to say, and I did have in the last couple of weeks 2 guys that were honest enough that got on my TikTok account, that told me that they said to me, they spend 6 hours a day on social media. Good morning, Francie Pants, New York. Good morning, Steve. So you can use social media. You want to learn how to use it correctly, because there are a lot of people, you're just not using it correctly, and you're not going to attract people to you. Good morning, Maria. If you're spamming, good morning, Karen, you can get blocked or banned from whatever platform. They don't like when people, they don't like it when people are spamming. So you can get blocked or banned, lose your account. And so you want to learn the correct way to do it. Now, I have people that if you're taking a link to anything and you're posting it on somebody's, account, you're private messaging people with it. Good morning, Pete. You're private messaging people with good morning, Motel 108. That is spam, and you don't want to do it. And I get people that private messaging me that send me something. And if anybody does that, I just immediately block you because I put too much time into this. Good morning, Shortstop. Do you play baseball? I played softball when I was younger. I was a pitcher. Loretta, I don't have any extra money to spend. I'm retired, but want to make extra money to survive today's high prices. Do you think this would work for me? And would you be available to me? Loretta, I can mentor you. I do have some payment plans available. I mean, it's not free. And there's different options. And I'm offering a bunch of bonuses right now that you would be paying about 10 grand to get them if you were going to buy them on your own. And you can go to my website, payudaily.com. You're on my Instagram account. You can go up to my profile. My website, there's a bio in there. There's a link. You can click on that, put your email address in, watch the videos. That's my mentor. Read the page or get an email from me with the free PDF. You can try it on your own. And I can save you time and money. I spent the first year I started doing this. I didn't know anybody. I didn't make any money. Respond back to the email. Tell me, let me send you the bonuses, and there are payment plans that make this really affordable, that you can break it down to payment plans. And there's a lot. And actually, we have a guy in our group that when he started, he did a payment plan, and he's been doing this for almost 2 years. He's made $500,000. This can completely change your life. And when he started, he didn't have the money, and he took a payment plan. I can't make any income claims because I don't know you. I don't know your work ethic. I don't know the time and effort you'll put into it. And I can't, people say, well, how long is it going to take me to make money? I don't know. And I shared my story. I started this. I didn't know anybody. And I know, and believe me, I was broke. I was cutting mold out of food at one point. But watch the videos, then, respond back to my email. You can take the PDF. That's free. Download it. And I'll tell you what the bonuses are. And then there are payment plans you can use. And you can really start this. I mean, with the payment plan, you can start it for somewhere it was less than $100 with the payment plan, depending on what you pick. There's different options. I can't give this away for free. I mean, I paid for it. Good morning, Robin. But there are payment plans. We use Afterpay, and Klarna, I think, is another one. And I'm assuming if you live in the United States, you'll have more options for payment plans. But go to my website, payudaily.com. Take a look at that. Because I do get people on here that either they're like in their 40s, 50s, or older. They're getting towards retirement. They realize they don't have the money to retire. Now, that's not why I started this. I started this because I lost a job. I didn't have a backup plan or a partner to fall back on. And I was drowning in $250,000 of debt. I had bill collectors chasing me. I couldn't pay my mortgage. And I needed to find a way to replace, and I couldn't find a job. When I lost my job, people were getting 1,500 applications for one job. But there's a lot of people I'm talking to that I'm meeting. They're getting close to retirement. They don't have the money. They're already retired and they're trying to live off of Social Security. And I think the most anybody can get is like $2,200 on Social Security, depending on when you retired. And if you retired earlier, it's less. I mean, it's somewhere between, I don't know, $1,600, $1,800, which nobody can live off of that. And if you're on Medicare, then there's a premium, and the premium's going up again. I've got this guy that pops up in my feed on TikTok that's a Medicare expert. That's going up. And the cost of whatever that is, the cost of living thing that they give out, which doesn't end up being much, that people will get in January. So yeah, you can use this to supplement if I don't know if you're collecting retirement or what, but there's a lot of people that they're already retired and they're realizing they don't have enough money to retire. We've got people in our group from 18 to 80. I think there's one person who's 81 or 82, but we've got over 56,000 people in our group. There's people from all different walks of life, different countries around the world that started this for different reasons. And I can't make any income claims. If anybody tells you you're going to automatically start making money, that's a lie. You may not make anything. It depends, and this is a skill you have to master. And I know now when I started, I knew somehow people were making money on the internet. I think it was God telling me. I literally went to Google. I didn't have a mentor. I searched make money online. I bought a website. I paid for the website. I don't even remember what I paid for the website. And they sent me a 3-page PDF about setting up pay-per-click ads, which I did. And I didn't make any money. You never want to send traffic to a replicated website or a sales page or just a website with information, because you only have one opportunity to talk to that person and they're gone. We show you and we help you get set up with the system, because you want to send people to, and you can go to my website, go through and see what mine looks like. That's what yours will look like. You have a website, people put their email address in because you want to build an email list. That's an asset. That's the only thing online you own, so you can keep communicating with people. And if you're just sending traffic to, and that's what I did, a replicated website, a sales page, or a website that just got information. The issue with that is you only have one opportunity to talk to the person. And then when they're gone, that's it. So you can go to my website, check that out, download the PDF. That's free. I mean, you can start doing this on your own. But I mean, I didn't, and there's things I know now. I mean, if I had a mentor at that time, and I was sending traffic to a replicated website, my mentor would have said to me, "You're sending traffic to a replicated website, which you never want to do." And yeah, you could get some sales on First Touch. I do get some, but that's not typical. And to give you an example, I had somebody, she got on my email list in October of 2024. I did talk to her. Now she was she found me on TikTok. We did talk a few times in between that on TikTok, and then she bought something from me in July. So she was on my list for 10 months. People, you're building, it's really building relationships. The know, like, and trust factor, and you have to, and consistency is important. Now this is the first time I've live streamed on Instagram, because typically I've been live streaming and I'm on my phone now on Instagram, on TikTok. But I've been talking about these bonuses and these giveaways I'm giving. I was talking about that, and I put a dollar amount on. I'm not going to say that here. TikTok banned me. And I am running this now. I can't keep running it. I mean, it's a limited time, because giving bonuses out like this, it does cost me time and money. But do that, Loretta. Go check my website out, watch the videos, get the PDF downloaded, respond to my email. Say you want to know about the bonuses, and I can, on email, I can tell, I'll just send you a thing with the bonuses and you can look at it. There is on the page, if you scroll down, if you go to my website and below the videos where the checkout is, there are payment plans. And Klarna and Afterpay are the two. I'm pretty sure those are both there. If you live in the United States, I actually, there's going to be more options there. And I think with Klarna, you pick one of them and go through the whole thing. And if you got questions, respond back. But there are payment plans available. I wouldn't let the, there's a lot of people say to me that don't have the money. And I'll just say this to all of you on here, where the money is concerned, and I've also learned this from my mentor, you don't want to keep saying you don't have the money, you're broke, because what you plant in your mind is what you get. So don't let those words fall off your lips. And what my mentor has taught me, and I can't tell you how many times I've done this, and because I've learned this, is train your mind and say, if I needed $500 for me to keep saying, how can I come up with $500? And I learned to train my mind to do that. It is now, if you want something good to feed your mind, because some of this is mindset, go to YouTube, search The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. A number of videos will come up. They're all the same. It's black and white. It's evergreen. The content is dated, but it's evergreen. And the first time my friend Keisha shared that with me, oh God, it was over 7 years ago. The first time I heard that, I thought it was so profound, because so many of the people I talk to, you keep saying that. You say you're broke, you can't afford it, you don't have the money. You're just going to keep getting more of that. And there's some people I've talked to that have been in bad situations. I was in a bad situation. I mean, I pissed off all my family and friends. And this was after I lost my job. I couldn't find a job, and I was so broke, I was cutting mold out of food. And I pissed my mother off. And my mother was one person that gave me money. I mean, I pissed my mother off, a friend of mine, my sister. I have people who still don't talk to me because of this. And yeah, you do need money. And I personally spent over $100,000 to get around different people, to learn from them. And these bonuses, I'm offering one of them, and I'm not going to put a dollar figure on. I'm giving you lifetime access to my inner circle and a private group, where you can go put as many questions as you want. If you've got something you did, you want me to look at it, I can look at it for you. You're getting, and people have, I've paid to get around somebody personally. I paid a lot of money for it. So, yeah, and I'm willing, and these bonuses I'm giving out, I've never done it before, because they do cost me time and money. And I don't know. And a lot of people do this, and I've seen people spend tens of thousands of dollars in this industry and they don't do anything. If you don't do anything, me mentoring you won't make a difference. And I can't mentor somebody who's not in action. You got to be in action. And the only reason the money I've made and I put the work in, and I've cut. You don't have to do what I've done. You don't have to live stream. But my mentor said to me, you should live stream. You should live stream on TikTok, which I've been doing. But TikTok didn't like what the message I had yesterday, and they blocked me. I can't live stream till Wednesday on TikTok. And I may end up, if I can get this hooked up, start live streaming every day on Instagram. But and I need a physical device. I've got my phone and my laptop that I can live stream in two places like this. And the live stream on YouTube, what's cool about it is the software I use, when it's done, it actually uploads the recording of this whole thing on my YouTube channel. It stays there. Unless I delete it, it becomes a piece of content. TikTok only keeps it for like 30 or 60 days. I'll find out how long Instagram is going to keep this. Loretta, you're New Hampshire. Good morning, Julie. Cheetahs, what do people call it? Yeah, this is for beginners. If you've never done this before, you can start this. And again, I don't know. It depends on what, people ask me that all the time. I don't know your work ethic. I don't know the time and effort you'll put into it. So yeah, if you want to learn this. And when I started the job I lost, I worked in cancer research for 16 years. I had a Facebook account. I didn't know anything about what people were doing with social media. I had an account with family and friends. Good morning, John. Good morning, Zatuna. Good morning. You're a nurse. Yeah, there's people, we have a woman who, we have people from all different walks of life that started this for different reasons. And there's people that, they have, I did not start this because I was burned out in a career. I lost my job. I couldn't find another one. That were burned out with what they were doing. People who are near retirement, are already in retirement, and they're trying to live off of Social Security, and you can't live off of Social Security, even if it's a couple and each of you get $2,200 a month. Two people cannot live off of $4,400 a month. Good morning, Dina. Good morning, Amy. Yeah, we have over 56,000 people, and it's a community on a platform called School, SKOOL.com. Because my mentor, you can, and I've got like three groups on Facebook. Facebook really wasn't made for groups. They have them, but that's not what they were really made for. But it's a group, it's her group, and she's built this community up to there's over 56,000 people. We got people in there from 18 to in their 80s. And there are a lot of people, they're already retired and they're trying to live off the Social Security and you can't. And we do another thing, and my mentors taught me, you can learn this program is to create multiple streams of income and recurring income. Like right now, I've got 9 streams of income. And when I had a job, I never thought about that. And when you really start to think about it, that job I had was my only source of income. And when I lost it, I was screwed. Now I did collect unemployment. The unemployment rate was horrible. It was like a year and a half, I collected unemployment. That was $2,000 a month. And that was way less than what I was making. You can't live off of $2,000 a month. Um, so yeah, and I ended up finding myself. I mean, I went for a long period of time with no income. I didn't have a backup plan. I didn't have a partner to fall back on. I have a mortgage, and I was in foreclosure. And one of the reasons I still have my house is because I found this industry, and now I'm just being transparent. I'm dealing with 2 cancer diagnoses. I've had actually tens of thousands of dollars of out-of-pocket medical expenses, and have had to pay them. I had a health care, it was Obamacare, I had a $10,000 deductible. Getner Tepper, what do people call you? You want to know more about this, you want to go to my website, payudaily.com. You're on my Instagram account, go up to the top in the bio there. There's some writing, there's a link, that's my website. It says Earn with Linda Bomba. It'll take you to my website. That's a domain name I own. Click on that, take you to my website, payudaily.com. Put your email address in, watch the 2 videos. That's my mentor. Read the page, get information. It's digital marketing. Get information about it. You'll get an email from me. There's a link in the email with my free PDF. Click on that, download and save it. That's yours to keep. After you've gone through all this, because if you're serious, you want to take the time to see what this is all about. Respond back to my email with questions. And I'm not going to go into the bonuses I'm giving out right now. I'm doing it for a limited time. And one of them I will share because I don't think Instagram's going to have a problem with this. The woman that was asking, because I'm getting so many people on these, it's a bonus that I'm giving you lifetime access to a private group I have that you can ask me questions, put things in there for me to look at, get my help. I've never done this before. And I'm giving out a number of bonuses, which I've never done before. I've never given out this many bonuses, but we're less than 60 days. I want to see if I can help as many people as possible. There's another woman on here. We have payment plans. And take a look at the program, and there's different options for where you can come in. They're all, depending on your budget, don't let that get in your way, because you can use a payment plan. If you go to the checkout page, we use Afterpay and Klarna, which you can look at the different payment plans, pick one that works for you. Good morning, Gucci girl, and pick one of the plans. So don't let the money get in your way. It's whatever program. There's 4 different options. Whatever you pick, it's that one time, and then a one-time $39 fee, because we will build a website for you, which you need. It's www.payudaily.com. Let me see if Instagram will let me put this in here. Let's see if this works. Yeah. Now, and this is the first time, you guys, I've gone live on my Instagram account. Pay You Daily. And I am live streaming over here on my YouTube channel. It's all, now I just put that in there. It's all one word. And actually, it's not letting me, let me see if I can do this. It's not letting me put the whole thing in. Let me try this. Payudaily.com. Now that's the second one is correct. It's all one word, and if you want to put it in your browser, do www.payudaily.com. You can put that in your browser. That is my website, or just you're on my Instagram account. If you go up to the top, my profile there, there's not a lot of room there. There's some writing. It says Earn with Linda Bomba. Click on that. That's my website. It'll take you to payudaily.com. That's a domain name that I own, that I use. Good morning, Elizabeth. But that's my website. Go to there, put your email address in, watch the videos. Good morning, Danielle. Good morning, England. Put your email address in, watch the 2 videos. That is my mentor in those videos. Read the page. You'll get an email from me with the link with the free PDF. That's yours to keep. Click on it, download it, and save it to your computer. That is the work proven blueprint we're all using. Good morning, Bruce. Good morning. What do people call you? You're welcome, Cheetah. What do people call you? That's yours to keep. That outlines the blueprint. This is a proven blueprint. It's my mentor. She's used it to make $8 million in the last 3 years. There's many of us in the group that are making money with it. It does work. If you can follow instructions and you're coachable and you're consistent, you can do it too. And I can't, people ask me how long is it going to take you to make money? I don't know that. And I shared my story. When I got into this industry, I lost my job. I needed to find a way to make money. And I didn't know anybody. There was nobody for me to ask. And I literally went to Google, searched make money online. I bought a website. I knew somehow people were making money on the internet. I think it was God telling me that. I went to Google. I searched make money online. I bought a website. They sent me a 3-page PDF about setting up pay-per-click ads, which I did follow that, and I didn't know what I was doing. And I was sending traffic to a replicated website, which you never want to do. And I did that for a year. I spent $3,000 on pay-per-click ads. Now my battery is getting low on my phone. I'm on Instagram on my phone, and I'm on my my MacBook Pro on YouTube. I've been doing these live streams for over 3 months now. I've been typically live streaming on TikTok and YouTube. Today's the second day. I hadn't been on YouTube for a while because my internet router broke, or died, I should say. And the other day I had to get a new one and get it set up. I couldn't get online on my computer. So this is like the second day, but I've been doing these. I've been committing to doing these. Now I am going to come back on Instagram tomorrow at 10 a.m. and YouTube. I'm going to figure this out with, if I'm going to I could try to see if I can live stream in 3 places. But at the moment, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that because you need a device. But we'll see about that. I will be back tomorrow again on Instagram and YouTube at 10 a.m. I've committed to doing these. And part of my work day is I spend about 3 hours a day. That's my work day. An hour of that is doing these live streams. I committed to doing that. I do post, if you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, I post 3 videos every day. That's part of the blueprint. If you're not following me, you should. You can see what I'm doing. Good morning, Sharon. Good morning, Pat. Anybody can do this. And there's a lot of people hurting right now. And with the SNAP benefits, I know there's I think it's 42 million Americans that their SNAP benefits got cut off. We have people in our group, in our community. It's a community really from as young as 18 to in their 80s doing this. And there are some people in there that have already retired and they're trying to live off of Social Security, which you can't live off of Social Security. It's not enough. And people in there for other reasons. And I had entrepreneur in me, and as a little kid, I never got encouraged to pursue it. And after I lost my job, I couldn't find another one. Now, when I lost my job, you got to go back to 2011, worst job market ever. People were getting 1,500 applications for one job. If yours even made it out of the stack, I got 3 interviews over a year. You had to spend 2 or 3 hours just to apply for one job. And then what you got from them was an automated email saying, thanks for applying. If we're interested, we'll get back to you. I got a total of 3 interviews. I have never had trouble getting a job in my life. I could go find a job and say, I want that job and go out and get it. And that was not the case. The job market now is totally different. And things like Uber and DoorDash, when I lost my job, that was 2011. That stuff wasn't around because I would have done that. You can drive Uber. And if you don't have a car, Uber actually has a program to help you get a car to use. Uber operates in 70 countries. I would have done that. Good morning, Annie. I was doing things when I couldn't find a job before I found this, I was walking people's dogs, pet sitting, that kind of thing. I was going through my house and putting things up that I hadn't been using on eBay, making money that way. There's a lot of, different ways to make money. And I think a lot of us, and I know my parents just kept repeating that all the time, was go to college and get a good job. And I did that, and when I did finish my degree, I actually got good morning, Lydia, good morning, Lynn. I got a job that was actually 18 when I finished my college degree, that was $18,000 more. I had a 2 to 3 hour commute. This is the job I lost. I don't miss that commute. So, I mean, the college degree did give me a benefit, but it didn't equip me to be an entrepreneur. And then after I lost it, good morning, Robert, and I couldn't find another one, I needed to do something. And I've always had entrepreneur in me. Good morning, is it Jack Gemini? This is it's a high income skill. You can learn it in 2 weeks. And mastering it, of course, to master anything, you need to do it every day. Professional athletes practice every single day. So if anybody else has any other questions, good morning, Lynn. I am giving out a bunch of bonuses, though I'm not going to share them because when I did that on TikTok, they didn't like it. But one of them is you will get lifetime access to my private inner circle, which you can put questions in there anytime you want, put things, have me look at them. And I paid a lot of money to get that kind of help from somebody. And that's one of the bonuses. It's lifetime access to that. Good morning, Bobby. Because you can't do this by yourself. I mean, you can't. I tried for a year. I didn't make any money. You need a mentor. You need training. You need a proven system. We give you and help you get set up with a proven system because that system, and this is where the automation comes in. And I love automation and leverage. That system is running for me 24/7. Somebody goes to my website and I'm asleep. This is how I've been able to wake up to making money, or I've been out doing something else and made money because that system's running for me 24/7. And you need a system like that. And my system's set up and those emails go out for me automatically. You can send out broadcast emails or newsletters. You need to be building an email list. You need a tool called an autoresponder, which most of them you can start for free. Like the one I use, it gives you up to 2,000 subscribers, but you want to build an email list. Good morning, Ashra. If I'm not saying that correctly, I apologize. Good morning, Simon. You want to build an email list. That's the only thing online you truly own. You don't own your social media accounts. You can lose them at any time. I've lost 10 TikTok accounts. One, I had 200,000 followers. I lost 3 Instagram accounts. One that somebody hacked. They went shopping with my cards. They ran ads. And then when they were done, they deleted my account. I had 2 other Instagram accounts, which Instagram suspended. And then they did not rule in my favor. So I lost those. So I had to, and I stayed off of TikTok for quite some time because I was so disgusted. And then last June, I started posting. Good morning, Brandy. Last June, I started posting on 3 videos on TikTok and Instagram. And those of you that are on my Instagram account, I'm close to 100,000 followers. I would be monetized on Instagram, but Instagram eliminated that program. I got over 100,000 followers on TikTok. I'm monetized over there. You can get monetized, and now Instagram, you can get monetized on most of the platforms. They will pay you. Good morning, Brandy. That's another thing we teach you in that the money I make from TikTok, and they pay me to do live streams. That's another stream of income. We teach you that. You create multiple streams of income. You learn how to create multiple streams of recurring income. So yeah, and I've had days in this industry where I've made more money in a single day than I made in a whole month when I was still working a job. And for me, that's been life-changing. Good morning, Melanie. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. Love to know why you're on social media. Yeah, good morning, Carl. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. If you got questions, drop them in the comments. I was talking today about my 2-hour workday, which you can get my blueprint for free if you go to my website, payudaily.com. If you're on my Instagram account, there's a link there that says Earn with Linda Bamba. That's my website. Click on it. It'll take you over to payudaily.com. Put your email address in, watch the videos, read the page. You'll get an email from me with a link with the free PDF. And then if you've got questions, respond back to that. If you want to know more about the bonuses I'm offering, and I'm not going to go into this because I did this yesterday and TikTok did not like it and blocked me. One of them is I'm giving lifetime access, and I've never done this before. I want to help as many people as I possibly can. It's lifetime access to my inner circle. It's a private Facebook group that you get access to me. You can put questions in there, ask me anything you want. show if you've done something, you want me to look at it, I can look at it for you. And I've paid a lot of money to get that kind of access to somebody. And you can follow, if you're not following me, you want to follow me, see what I'm doing, because success leaves clues. You want to model what's already proven to work. And this blueprint, my mentor has used it. She's made over $8 million in the last 3 years. She'll probably be at 9 or 10 by the time the end of this year is over. And that the blueprint teaches you. It's a proven blueprint, working 2 hours a day. You can get this down to 2 hours a day. I have time freedom. I mean, for me, my work day, I spend about 3 hours because I have been live streaming for an hour every single day for the last how many months now. This is the first time I've gone live on Instagram, and I'm probably gonna, when I get my TikTok account back, go live on Instagram and TikTok right now, because you do need. I've got two devices, my laptop and my phone. If you're live streaming, you need multiple devices if you're going to live stream, because if somebody comments or something, then you can see it. You just don't want to live stream and then that person not see it. But I post 3 videos every day on my Instagram account. I post 3 on my TikTok. That is part of the blueprint. And I started posting on both those accounts last June 2024. It's three videos is the sweet spot. You're doing 5 7-second videos. I got to I'm close to 100,000 followers on Instagram. I'd be monetized there, but they don't do that anymore. I got over 100,000 followers on TikTok. I got monetized over there. So this does work, and that gets me. You're generating free leads, and we show you how to do that. You're getting them into your system, building an email list, because your email list is the only thing online you really own. You don't own your social media accounts. You don't control them. You can lose them at any time. So I've committed to doing these for an hour every single day, and I'm at my hour now. So unless anybody has any questions, drop them now, because I'm going to end this. If you got something you want help with, you want more info, go to my website, payyoudaily.com. Now, I will tomorrow definitely be on 10 a.m. on YouTube and my Instagram account. So if you've got more questions, come back. I appreciate you all getting on. I'll see you again tomorrow.